position group by position group, who has the better quarterback spinning? The Detroit Lions or the Green Bay Packers?
The Lions have the better quarterback. Jordan Love is not better than Jared Goff. Are you serious?
I didn't say nothing.
He is not. The Lions
Shout out to
have the
audio
better.
listeners.
The Lions have the better quarterback.
Chris?
Yeah, the Lions definitely have the better quarterback. Like Jordan Love, look, I know you're probably going to stretch it just because you like to do that with Jared Goff, but at the end of the day, Jared Goff is better than Jordan Love until Jordan Love proves to be better than Jared Goff. Like it's his title to lose essentially in this matchup.
Yeah, JB, it's Jared Goff, right?
Of course, it's Goff. But no disrespect to Jordan Love. He's done an okay mid-level job so far the first 3 games. I mean, he's literally above 50% right now, his passer rating. So,
Yeah.
a 7-1 touchdown interception as well. So, I mean, he's not terrible, but he's not great.
Yeah.
But still, it's Jared Goff above everything.
I think the question is, can Jordan Love be better than Jared Goff? Like if you're in a, because it's any given Sunday, I think that's where you can have a conversation.
No.
Like, but I would still reside no also, but I think that kind of opens the door more than the blanket statement, is Jared Goff better than Jordan Love?
Let me tell you why Jordan Love is the next Patrick Mahomes. I'm playing. With my fucking Bill Simmons? I'm not a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
No, it's Jared Goff.
What the fuck?
Is that Flannel Sam? That's awesome.
Yeah, that was Sam freaking out on stick.
All right. Running back core. Detroit Lions.
Ooh.
From Green Bay Packers. Aaron Jones is healthy now.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Packers. It's Aaron Jones by Montgomery, and I'll give A.J. Dillon the nod over Jahmyr Gibbs. So I just think, like, that's a tough twosome to handle.
Yeah.
Those are 2 guys that can bang you inside. Aaron Jones is also very good taking the ball outside and receiving the ball out of the backfield. So I'm going to go with the Packers.
I'm going to go with the Packers. And, like, specifically in this matchup, the Packers, just because I know David Montgomery's kind of fighting to come back from this injury versus Aaron Jones been chilling for 2 weeks, coming back from his injury, the hamstring. So I feel like he's healthier in this matchup than David Montgomery is. And as much as I want the best for Jahmyr Gibbs, obviously, I don't know if he's got between the tackles, guys. This is stuff I mentioned, and I caught hate for it, but I was like, he's a little undersized. You've seen the C.J. Spiller stuff. I'm not, again, it's game 3. Nothing's been written. But as of now, I'm worried. You can shake your head all you want. I don't give a shit. I don't like that he was taking 12 and that we haven't seen nothing yet, because the positions that hit the ground running, no pun intended, are running backs and wide receivers, especially in this league. But I'm going with the Packers in this matchup specifically. Down the line, a little bit more healthier, probably, maybe Detroit Lions. I won't say probably. JB?
I got to go with the Packers, only because I don't know David Montgomery's status as of right now. I would like to see him out there, but more than likely we're probably going to have Jahmyr Gibbs out there again one more time trying to run in between the tackles, and we all know that's not his MO. So give me Aaron Jones on this one in the Packers.
I guess, and I know we're doing the position group breakdowns, but, like, do you think that Green Bay is better than Atlanta?
Yes.
You know Atlanta beat them as well?
Yeah.
Like, any given Sunday games?
Yeah, and kind of any given Sunday game. I think Green Bay is a tougher test than Atlanta.
Yeah. I feel like matchups, like, make the difference, too.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
Like, again, Detroit Lions solid run defense. Atlanta's only hope on offense is running the damn ball. All right. Running backs, we go Green Bay. Quarterback, obviously, Detroit Lions. Wide receiver group.
You know, if J-Mo is healthy and ready to go, it might be a different story. But, this is tough.
You hit your favorite meme.
This is tough, man. This is tough. Because I do like Dobbs. I don't know if Watson's 100% healthy yet. And other than that, who does Green Bay have as a wide receiver? Are we counting tight ends? Because if we're counting tight ends, I'll give it to the Lions. Pass catchers?
Yeah, we do it as one, right?
Yeah, I'll give it to the Lions then, because although, you know, I don't know what Christian Watson his health status is yet, how he's feeling. I do like Dobbs, but he's not better than Amon-Ra St. Brown. And then I believe Josh Reynolds and Khalif Raymond are better than the Packers' other receivers, Jaden Reed and whoever else they have. So I'll take Laporta over any of their tight ends. So I'll go with the Lions.
Pass catchers, I'm honestly gonna go Green Bay. They got Christian Watson hopefully returning for them. Well, I'm not saying hopefully, but for their sake, hopefully returning for them. Obviously, Romeo Doubs, I think, is showed out. He has 3 touchdowns the last 3 weeks, 2 in week 1, 1 last week. I think him and Love are gaining a little bit of rapport. Your guy, Jaden Reed, he's had his moments. And I don't know if you guys peeped him. I'm glad I grabbed him in fantasy. But Luke Musgrave, you look at his targets, he's been getting the ball a lot. And I watched a little bit the JT Sullivan, who does like the quarterback school or whatever it is on YouTube. He broke down Jordan Love's tape. By the way, that's why I'm less scared of Jordan Love or nervous about Jordan Love than I was heading into the week. He's open a lot on a lot of deep routes. It's just Jordan Love can't seem to get the ball to him. It's part of that 53% completion percentage he has. I'm going to go Green Bay Packers, though. I think as a unit, and obviously what they're able to deploy this week versus what we are, I mean, it's a lot more stacked than ours. Plus, I mean, Josh Reynolds has that groin injury. You saw him out there last week, but he didn't really do much. We got Amon. I mean, and Gibbs, I'd love to have him in this conversation, but
Doesn't catch the ball that much.
yeah, I mean, I don't know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah.
JB, who's got the better pass catchers?
It's got to be the Lions. Like, no disrespect to Green Bay. I mean, they do have Jaden Reed, Spartan Dog. Shout out.
Shout out.
But other than that, like, I'm not scared of any of these wide receivers. Let's be real. Amon-Ra can outwork any of these guys as well as Khalif. So, give me the Lions on this one.
Let me tell you guys about Woodward Nights real quick. Coming up right after our show. It's Woodward Nights, Booner and Broder, 8 to 10 every weekday. Make sure you guys check it out. They're bringing the hottest takes and the best analysis in Detroit. 2 up-and-coming Detroit personalities, an old buck and a young buck. I was going to say 2 young bucks, but Broder's an old man. So make sure you guys go check out Woodward Nights, 8 to 10 p.m. every weekday.
Joey, 2 times Woodward Sports Stats says, don't look now, but Jordan Love has more deep attempts and fewer overall attempts than Jared Goff. And he actually, he averages the largest depth of target per target right now, which, again, speaks to that 53% completion percentage because, like, he takes the shots, but he ain't making them. Not all of them, at least. Yeah, I'd probably go. So I got Packers, you got Lions?
Yes.
You got Lions, JB?
Yeah. Lions.
Chris?
Yeah, I got the Lions slightly. I think it really is a toss-up when it comes to receiving core, but you didn't go for me for running back. That to me is actually, am I the only one going Lions here? Because I'm assuming Montgomery's healthy and does end up playing. I would go Montgomery and that Lions running back core because you also got to factor in the offensive line plus the capabilities of Ben Johnson's schematics, and that's why I would take the favor, and that's also kind of a reason I'm taking the Lions in terms of passing receivers too, because it is talent for talent. It's pretty similar, but
No way.
X's and O's. I'll take Ben Johnson being a difference maker in that factor.
That's fair. I do like the Ben Johnson effect over Matt LaFleur, although Matt LaFleur is pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. I don't. You guys got the Lions pass catchers. And
And then we got 1 minute left. The hardest question of all, offensive line.
Yeah.
It's the Lions.
Lions.
Yeah. Lions.
Detroit Lions.
Lions.
I mean, the Packers don't have a bad offensive line by any
Yeah.
means. They have a pretty good offensive line, but it's just not as good as the Lions when healthy. So hopefully Taylor Decker is healthy. He's out there. Obviously, we know Bakhtiari's out already. But
1 minute left. Do this for me. Power rank the pass catchers in the game. Amon-Ra's number 1.
Amon-Ra's number 1. A healthy Christian Watson, I would put at number 2. Dobbs at 3. Laporta at 4. Reynolds at 5. Khalif at 6.
Musgrave.
And then Musgrave or Reed.
Or Reed, yeah. That's why I go Packers on that one. This guy, power ranking me, I'm saying, I feel there's more Packers in the top 5. But
Lions have 1, 3, 4, and 5.
yeah. And by the way, someone in the Woodward Sports chat, I'm sick of the Josh Reynolds disrespect. There's no disrespect to Josh Reynolds. Josh Reynolds in this offense is great, but he's banged up.
He's banged up.
He had the groin injury last week. What did he do? You got to look at what he did recently. That's how I measure these things. It'd be nice if they were completely healthy. I'd say Lions everything almost. Let's head over the defensive side of the ball spinning. Who has the better defensive line? The Green Bay Packers or the Trois Lions? Lion!
I don't know. This one's tough, man. This one's tough. The Packers have a good defensive line. They've got good guys. They can rotate in and out of there. But I'm going to go with the Lions based on what we saw last week and how they kind of broke out of it. I know we're hoping to see something from Romeo. We're hoping to see things like that. But when you look at Hutch and Kaminsky and Aleem and Isaiah Buggs and different guys in there, I'm going to go with the Lions. It's close, though. It's very close.
Going with the Lions?
Yeah.
You just went a full homer on me.
Devondre Campbell's out.
Devontae Wyatt.
Yeah.
Kenny Clark.
Kenny Clark's good.
Rashawn Gary.
He's a linebacker.
Rashawn Gary fucking. 3 of them things last week.
Yeah, I'll take Hutch. I'll take Hutch over Rashawn Gary.
You taking Hutch over Rashawn Gary?
Yes.
You're hoping Hutch could beat Rashawn Gary.
Hutch is going to be better than Rashawn Gary.
I go in Green Bay. I don't think it's even close. Kenny Clark, fucking monster in the middle there. You also got, is Preston Smith still there? I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah.
Devontae Wyatt, I think, is one of the better pass rushing defensive tackles. And I think Rashawn Gary had a sack trick last week. He looks like he's fully back from that ACL injury, whatever the hell it was. He wasn't there for the last game of the season. Don't care either way. I think we would have won that game regardless. But really depends on Taylor Decker this week, too. I'm going Green Bay defensive line.
They don't have much depth on that defensive line, though.
They got hella depth.
I mean, I don't know too many players except for Rashawn Gary on the Green Bay's defensive line, so I got to lean towards the Lions on this one just because I feel like AG is hyping everyone up over there trying to build off of their last performance as well. It's had 6 sacks, so now they're like, hey, they're challenging them to do better and do more. So I got to go with the Lions on this one. They just got a little bit more of an edge.
Yeah, with Devondre Campbell out, you're looking at Isaiah McDuffie in his starting spot. You've got TJ Slayton at nose tackle. Like, yeah, Devontae Wyatt's good. Kenny Clark's good. Preston Smith used to be good, but he's pretty old. He's not the player he used to be.
Well, Devontae Wyatt's good. Devontae Campbell's linebacker.
He's not. Oh, I thought he was a rusher.
Yeah, I mean, he comes down.
Yeah. Rashawn Gary's listed as a linebacker, too.
Yeah, he's interior linebacker. Or actually not, left inside, whatever you look at that. But, I mean, the things, when I look at the defensive line, I start thinking of the edge rush they just drafted in the first-round pick this year, and Van Ness.
Yeah.
I don't think he's anything to be scared of yet, but he's shown some flashes. He's definitely, looks the part. Kenny Clark, obviously, I think he's one of the strongest defensive linemen in the league. Devontae Wyatt, I thought, was one of the better pass rushers coming out of the draft. And then, obviously, Rashawn Gary. So, I love Aiden Hutchinson. Don't get me wrong, Aiden's there.
Yeah.
But after Aiden, we were just bitching about this last week. We wish we had somebody to step up alongside Aiden.
Yeah.
Josh Pascal was supposed to be that. Unfortunately, he's hurt. James Houston was supposed to be that too. He's hurt as well. I gotta go Packers, man. Chris?
Yeah. I'm going Packers for a different reason. I'm not going to act like I'm the most well-versed in the depth of their defensive line, but this Lions team, to me, after that Seattle game, I know that they played well against Atlanta, but we talked about the schemes. You just got to prove it to me. I need one more week of being on the quarterback's ass the entire game. You need to show me that. I don't think I got enough of that from that Atlanta game because I think a lot of that played into the favor of the matchup in favor of the Lions. So to me, I'm giving it to Green Bay more so as a challenge for the Lions team to prove it to me before I start to kind of buy in.
I do forget that we lost. I was going to talk about depth, and then I was like, yeah, we lost Pascal and we lost Houston. Yeah. And what has Romeo done? Still no Julian out there.
Yeah. I think we have a good makeshift defensive line, one that I don't want to say respectable, that you obviously can do work with, especially the run game. But I guess when I think defensive line, it's my favorite part of watching the game is sacks. So maybe I'm in the wrong for that. But look at the names along that front. I mean, they perform too. I think again, if we're power ranking the players, I think you end up with more Packers in that top 5 than you do Detroit Lions when it comes to defensive line, along with health too. All right, moving on to linebackers. Detroit Lions or Green Bay Packers? Oh fuck, that's close too actually.
That is close. Devondre Campbell out. They still got Quay Walker, but I'm not scared of Quay Walker. All he does is push trainers. You've got Rashawn Gary, whatever you count him as. You don't really count. If you factor him into the defensive line, you can't factor him into the linebacking core. I'll go with the Lions because they've got four solid, very solid linebackers they can put in and out anywhere.
Yeah, you know what? I do think you look at the Green Bay Packers linebacker situation. I think it's a bit more top heavy. I do like what they have there. Devondre Campbell's out. Mm-hmm. Give me Lions all day.
Yeah,
I was gonna go Lions either way because of the depth, like you said. You could just literally switch those guys out, rotate them. There's 4 of them that you feel comfortable with in the game at all times. They literally only have Quay Walker right now with no Devondre Campbell. It's Lions all day. JB.
I mean, exactly what you said. It's the Lions. You got 4 guys there that you can rotate in and out to figure out who's the best fit out there on the field. So give me the Lions all day.
Chris?
Yeah, for opposite reasons of the defensive line, but kind of similar, is that that linebacking core to me has proven themselves. Like they have shown themselves consistently to be solid. So I'm rocking with them because of the depth that they have and the flexibility and as Spencer says, the versatility. Like you have options there. So I'll take the Lions linebacking core.
Secondary. Detroit Lions or the Green Bay Packers.
This is tough. If you're assuming Jareer Alexander and Emmanuel Mosley both play, they're both listed as questionable. And Kirby Joseph. I mean, I'm probably going to go with the Packers in the secondary. If Chauncey Gardner-Johnson didn't get injured, it would be a different story. But, well, no, you factor Brian Branch in there too. Who do they have at nickel? I don't even know. Ah, man, that is tough.
Secondary, I don't even know my answer for
This
it
is
yet
a
either.
tough one, man. This is because Rasul Douglas is a dog. Obviously, Jareer Alexander's a dog. I like Darnell Savage a lot. Rudy Ford,
Fuck them.
yeah. But I think I'm going to go with the Lions. And I think the factor that pushes it over the top is Brian Branch. If Emmanuel Mosley's healthy, if he plays, Emmanuel Mosley and Cam Sutton, they're not as good as Rasul Douglas and Jareer Alexander.
Yeah.
But I think Tracy Walker and Kirby Joseph are better than Rudy Ford and Darnell Savage. And then you put Brian Branch in there, he pushes them over the top.
Yeah, I think again when you're doing like a power ranking of this position group, I think you might end up with more. This is crazy it feels to say. I think you might end up with more Detroit Lions in there. No, I mean number what?
I'm Kano in the Woodward Sports Chat says, I think Green Bay has a slightly better secondary, but Detroit has a much better D-line and explosive offense. P.S. Jordan Love is a biatch. BTWA. Call in today.
FTB.
Yeah, we can open those phone lines for
Yeah,
sure.
open the phone lines. I definitely want to discuss the defensive line thing if anyone wants to convince me otherwise. I definitely got Green Bay Packers as of now, though.
Yeah, I'm going to I do too.
Switching up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget. I just forget. All of our depth is gone
Yeah.
on the defensive line.
Yeah, I guess if you throw Houston in there, I might lean a little bit more towards Detroit
Houston
Lions.
and Pascal. You put Houston and Pascal back in there, I'm taking Detroit for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm still stuck on the secondary, too. Like, Jair Alexander would be your number one corner out of the group, obviously.
Yeah.
Cam Sutton, too.
Yep. And then I'll put Emmanuel Mosley and Rasul Douglas third. I would put Emmanuel Mosley, if he's healthy, 3 or 2
Yeah.
even. And then Rasul
I
Douglas
might be comfortable putting Brian Branch 3. Am I crazy?
over Rasul Douglas and Emmanuel Mosley. I don't think you're crazy. That's what I'm saying. I got the line. Brian Branch puts
Slightly
the Lions over the
yeah,
top.
Slightly the Lions. By the way, this week, Jair dealing with a back injury. Obviously, he was out last week. Limited in practice this week. I know he's not on the official injury report, but you got to be banged up a little bit.
Yeah.
You got to imagine a back injury. Who do you think got the secondary, JB? Oh, he's taking phone calls. I apologize. Chris.
Yeah. For secondary?
Yeah.
Yeah, for secondary, I'm taking. That's tough.
Give me Iguodala.
I want
Yeah,
Iguodala.
I want Iguodala. No, I'm going with the Lions secondary. I think again it's just a common theme of depth and versatility with this team. Like I just feel like this secondary is very adaptable and can do a lot of different things, and that well, their talent may not be at the level of Green Bay. You can argue that, but overall the flexibility that they have, and we'll just factor into schematics, and that would make me lean the Lions.